Hello friends and enemies, come with me on day 10 of my trip to Croatia. I had a little bit of a cough the entire time we were in Croatia, so I had these decongestion pills that I took in the morning. Once we were done with breakfast, we headed off to our next swim stop, which was just outside of Makarska. We were all low-key sad because it was the last full day of the trip, and we were all pretty much getting used to boat life. At 12:30, we headed down to the salon for lunch, and our bartender Ante had surprised us with a wine pairing for lunch. This wasn't listed on our itinerary, but I think he said it was included on the Plus store, so check that out. After lunch, we saw this asshole on a jet ski who was circling around this pod of dolphins. Like, even the captain of the boat noticed it and kind of yelled at him. I don't know if he heard us, but I hope that guy steps on Legos for the rest of his life. Once the crew was ready to go, we headed off to Makarska for a very chill beach day. We didn't have a walking tour in Makarska, so we were free to do whatever we wanted. The city beach has a lot of inflatable obstacle courses, so we saw that and we're like, we're doing that. I think it cost 11 euros for a half hour, but I'm pretty sure we were there for 2 hours. I felt like I was in that one episode of Run BTS, if you know, you know. I was kind of struggling already going around on this thing, but when the guys were trying to convince me to go on the bag jump with them, I was like, no way. After catching our breath a bit on the beach, we headed into town for a quick gelato break and then headed back to the boat to get ready for dinner. Our TD Heather made group reservations at this restaurant she highly recommended, and even though we spent a lot of time together on this trip already, I really love how our group meshed together and was down to hang out all the time. Once we settled the bill, we headed back to the boat for happy hour. Because it was our last full night on the trip, I feel like most of us were really down to pregame and then go out. Like, not only did we teach our crew how to do the cha-cha slide, but I was also the first and only person on our boat to ring the bell and buy a round of shots for everyone. We had an ongoing bet on who was gonna ring the bell first, and so many people voted for me, which I kind of expected, but like, hey, if that was gonna get people to go out with me that night, then so be it. And I'm glad people did, because going out in Makarska was a little bit different from the other islands. Because none of the big nightclubs were open for the season just yet, a lot of the bars would just bring their sound equipment onto the street, and there would be one big street party. We had so much fun dancing and drinking on the street. It felt very European summer vibes. But sadly, we could not hang like the Europeans because we ended up back on the boat at 2 a.m. Like and follow for day 11.